Fear is something I've wrestled with my entire life. It was important to me when I started getting tattooed, the things I inked on my skin had significance that were important to me, but also were reminders. And so one of my first was this kind of creepy, demonic looking samurai mask. Now, when you tell people that you have a tattoo symbolic of your inner demons, they do react like you're the subject of a new Netflix documentary, but it's that exact discomfort and it's that exact reaction, the need to distance yourself from the reality that we all have inner demons, the major one being fear. Now, it could be something massive, you know, a really big hulking monster, a dragon that you have to slay in your path in order to gain the treasure at the end of your journey. At age 14, I started unicycling for the sole purpose of standing out from everybody else. Yeah, you could be the captain of the rugby team, or you could be the kid at the front of the class that knows all the answers, but no one really remembers those kids, do they? Everyone remembers the people who were different, not better. So when I was 18, I dropped out of uni after a week and dived in head first. And I came out the other side of it, starting the UK's first extreme unicycling display team. And you're terrified, you know, the very first. It means there's no path ahead of you. It means no one's done it before. It means there's no blueprint for your success. But thankfully, I had the great pleasure and amazing privilege of performing around the world. Met incredible people from distant countries that I would never have had the opportunity to meet had I stayed in my lane and let that fear control my destiny. But as human beings, you know, we all want to tell people how well we're doing for ourselves. We all want to let everyone know to see how successful we are, how valuable we are to the greater society. And we do that through simple things like having a nice car, having a big house, going on a lovely holiday, paying for everybody's food at a meal. Really simple things. But I never really had any of those. And the things that I did have, the kind of trophies, achievements that I held up as my signs of success, were not always things that everybody coveted to the same degree. So again, that inner demon whispers in your ear and the self-doubt comes in once more and you think, all those hours I spent, all those years sweating, traveling, missed opportunities, failed relationships, were they really worth it after all? Who knows? I'm not sure. When I say that I've wrestled with fear my entire life, you probably think I'm talking about fear of height or my overwhelming fear of breaking my legs or hitting concrete at 30 miles an hour. That's a terrible thing to say.
They call me crazy cause I'm facing all my giants. They try to scare me into thinking I can fight it. They tell me I should never even think of trying. But that's just me, I'm gonna live out in defiance.
Or hitting concrete face first. Absolutely, all of those fears are very real. But ironically, it's the process of riding a unicycle on the edge of a rooftop that actually helps me overcome those more kind of elusive, those more immaterial fears in everyday life. The gap between knowing in your heart that you can absolutely do something and actually being able to execute it, traversing that physical obstacles aids in the overcoming of metaphorical ones, of your emotional ones. Because, you know, fear is very real, and in fact sometimes can be one of the most visceral emotions you can experience. And so true courage is not the absence of fear, it is rather the understanding what you truly desire. Anything that's worth achieving is on the other side of that fear.